welcome back to my channel and into another cash stuffing video. I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Sue. For those of you guys who are just happening upon my channel, welcome or welcome back if you are new or already subscribed to the channel. If you are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button before you go. I greatly appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. Today we have kind of some changes going on here in our cash budget system. For those of you guys who know where in Missouri that I live, people that watch my channel all the time, local people, and people who have sent me packages and things like that, those who have reached out to me asking if I was okay, it's very much appreciated. You guys know who you are, obviously. But to give a little bit of a backstory to this video here, our little town, we have about 4,000 people in our hometown here where I live in southeast Missouri, and we were hit by a tornado last week. So I didn't film a budget video last week because it's been 2 weeks Sunday since we had the tornado. Me and my family were all okay. We live pretty enough distance outside of actual town that we really didn't get too much damage. We did have some trees come down. The power went out for a while, you know, about 12 hours or so, but no trees around our house. You know, our roof didn't come off. My husband's buildings, he has 2 different buildings with his job, and the second building that they had just built, they were just finishing the building up, putting the computers and stuff in there. It is completely gone. My son works at a welding place, and that is almost completely gone. Our electric company substation and the electric company, the whole thing is almost completely gone. So it did take a while for the, we had all kinds of linemen coming in to work as quickly as they possibly could to get the power back on in town. I think it was out for about 2 days in town. We were only out for about 12 hours, but like I said, I do live far enough outside of town that the tornado didn't really come close to my home, although because our substation was completely, like the whole thing was completely gone. I am so thankful and grateful that those linemen, I mean, to get the power up to 95% of the whole town in 2 days is just astonishing to me, especially when you have nothing to work with. I mean, it was completely gone. So anyway, because of that, some of the things in, you know, as I go forward are going to be different. And there's reason for that, and I'll explain that as we go along. I did get myself, can you guys see this? I did get myself a Moterm. This is in the gray pebble color. This is actually my birthday present to myself. So I did go ahead and buy that, and I'm just really enjoying it. Oh, these $2 need to go in Liam's envelope. Something happened, and he ended up, Liam like banked over the last week or so. He lost 2 teeth. He got Halloween money from his grandma. He got this extra $2 from wherever. And he's the kid of mine that like doesn't spend his money. He saves it. But anyway, I purchased these, I guess this is an A7 sized wallet. I did purchase some envelopes, and I made the labels for these. As soon as I get situated and things kind of calm down here in our community, I will go ahead and post these envelopes for sale in my shop, just like the other ones. If you're interested, I will leave the link to my store down below. And like, I have all of this, and like I said, I didn't stuff last week. And the reason why that is I'm a big proponent, especially in the size of community that we live in. We are a very small town, and when tragedy strikes our town, we tend to band together, and we just, you know, help each other out. So I actually spent quite a bit of money, you know, getting food and water for people who were out of power for 2 days. And I did put some money I did spend some money on my credit card, which was heartbreaking to do, but I felt like it was necessary for me to be able to help our community. And so I'm gonna have to pay that back now, which I'm I haven't used a credit card in a while. We have no credit card debt. We really don't have any debt whatsoever. These are all the $5 bills from spending for the last 2 weeks. So we'll get to that later. But I don't like using credit cards, so I'm going to adjust the amount of money that I cash stuff so I can pay that off as quickly as I possibly can. So there's that. You know, there were several people in our town that completely lost their homes, completely gone. Not just businesses. I mean, a lot of businesses did lose their buildings, but you know, they didn't lose their homes. They didn't lose everything that they're working for. So anyway, the point is that, you know, I'm going to be only stuffing $750 because I'm leaving a buffer inside of my checking account. A, for groceries, and B, because I'm just going to build up a little bit of extra money in there so that I can pay off the credit card quicker. I do not like owing the credit card, and I'm going to try to get that paid before the statement date, so I'm not really paying any interest on it. That's the plan anyway. So we are going to go ahead and get started on the Moterm. This is going to be my cash wallet. Let's see if I can operate this without causing too much damage here. So I am leaving $100 in the bank for groceries, but I did want to have a few extra dollars in my food envelope. Because if I see something on sale, I like to go ahead and get that like later on in the week. And then B, if I don't spend it through here, then I will put it in my sinking fund envelope, and we will spend it when we do like a big grocery stockpile stock up, or when we go to Sam's or something like that, where we have a bigger option than just here locally. So I am going to go ahead and put $50 in here, and if I don't use it, then I will roll it over into the sinking fund, and if I end up using it, well, then that's what I put it in there for. Gas is going to get $60 as per usual, although gas right now in my little town is over $3 now. It's like $3.10, and I cannot with the gas. Like, we've been staying under $3 for a while now, and then like after Halloween, like the gas just skyrocketed. I really like this holographic. I'm like recording at night, so like you might see shadows and stuff, and you might not get to see that holographic, but I just really love the holographic vinyl that I had got. I'm really liking it. And I was playing around with the placement of how I liked my envelopes. So some of these are off, but that's because I was playing around with them, so disregard that. I don't mind for them to be a little off in my envelope. I'm not that big of a perfectionist. I mean, I kind of am, but not that serious. I already made these, so I'm gonna go ahead and use them. I added a home envelope. This is gonna be for like anything that we might need, like laundry detergent. There was an instance last week where I needed something that I didn't add to my grocery budget, and so I didn't wanna go in and swipe my card, but I needed like laundry detergent or softener or something like that. So I'm just gonna build this up a little bit so that we have it, and I'm just gonna be putting $20 in there. And like I said, this here will probably roll over maybe. We'll see what happens. It depends on how the rest of the month of November goes. Like I said, I wanted to have, you know, a $20 or so on hand just in case I needed trash bags and I forgot to put it on the grocery list, or, you know, anything like that. So we're gonna do that. We're starting that envelope. You see how I was playing with the sizing of everything? Like I was just, you know, I was just messing around. I really like this font though. Spending this time is going to get $80. And the reason why I'm putting so much into spending is just because there's still people in the community that are needing assistance. And so if I come across somebody that needs something, I'm going to make sure that they get it. because that's just who I am. Speaking of that, just a little off subject, so it was Halloween, so the tornado hit Sunday, and the following Saturday was whenever we have like this Halloween festival inside our town, inside our court square. And like, I've never seen a better outcome in that festival than we had this year. Out of 4,000 people that are in our town, 2,000 of those people were at that festival. So it just goes to show you like what our community is capable of. Yeah, I know we live out in the middle of nowhere, and to some people that may be, you know, not fancy enough or not to do enough, but for us, like, our community really comes together when we need to, and we also are thankful and grateful and help each other out when we need to as well. Miscellaneous is gonna get $20. And then personal, of course, will always get $50. And I did have $800, but I did give $50 of it to my husband. We always get $50 a week just to spend on whatever it is that we might want. You know, you want to go to lunch one day with your coworkers or whatever. We do that, and that is going to do it for my wallet. And we are going to move forward into this guy. And this guy, see, here is the sinking fund where I have my groceries. So if I don't use that $50 from my wallet, I will then put it over here and just let it build up in here. Personal, if I don't spend the money that's in my wallet, I transfer the personal over to this one. I have not updated our envelopes yet, or the trackers yet, so be mindful of that. I'm trying to get this filmed before, you know, the kids come home and whatnot. They're at their grandma's right now, but it will be not too far away and they'll be here. So Liam has a whole bunch of cashola here. And because this is the first week in November, by the way, this is paycheck number 1 of November, I'm going to move his money over to his savings account and start all over, but I do want to count it and then write it in my budget book. I use the budget workbook, the big sized one from the Budget Mom. But I want to write it down so I know which pile of money goes into which account, because Jack also has money, but he only has the money he's supposed to save. I make my kids save 30% of their allowance, and Jack has spent all of his other than his 30% and the money that Grandma gave him for Halloween and his, like, you know, Halloween candy basket thing. So Liam has 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. So Liam has, let me write that down. Liam has 57 going in. And we'll start over with our allowance, and he will get $10. So I'll just throw that one in there. I always empty their envelopes out and restart over every single month because I like to get their money in their savings accounts when I go to the bank the next time I'm in town or whatever. And Jack only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So he did get some money from Grandma's, but technically they get $10, so he would have had saved 3 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that is correct. So he don't know it yet, but that extra $10 from Grandma is going into his savings account. Sorry about that, my battery cut off. I also don't track their allowance either. So as you can imagine, me not stuffing envelopes for 2 weeks, all these envelopes are bare. So family fund, plus like I said, I was pulling my money out of different places to help those people I came across that were in need through the tornado. So even like this family fund, I probably spent the money out of here on something that wasn't family fun, but I did it because I felt like I needed to do that, and I'd rather use the money that I have on hand than put it on the credit. But I ended up putting some money on the credit card anyway. But anyway, family fun will get 20 as usual. And we don't really have any plans. We got a couple things coming up, you know, at school and stuff this week, so we kind of are just busy. Buffer will also get 20. Building these envelopes back up. Pets will get 20 as well, looks like. I do have 2 different pets envelope. This one is for like food and stuff, and the other one is for medical things. We're done with sports, or we're not done with sports, but we're done with football for the season. We don't have any other sports until track. So I'm not going to be stuffing this one in here, but I will be stuffing the sinking fund one. School doesn't need anything. I did have money in here, but the elementary school is doing a fundraiser for people who lost their homes for the tornado. So they printed up t-shirts, and they have those going. And so anyway, I spent the money out of here because I bought, you know, $60 worth of t-shirts. So, and then house cash is getting a 20. I also spent this money probably on pizza or something for somebody. The shop will get 20 as well. I was all set and ready to go to reopen that shop. Not to reopen it. It is open. It just has a couple things on there to order that you can order from. But I am trying desperately to get more items listed. But then, you know, the tornado happened. So one day at a time, one day at a time. This is in the wrong spot. I'll fix that later though. And then I also created a new envelope called the garden. I'm going to start getting, look how uncentered that is. But I wanted to try it out. That's why I did it that way. Anyway, I'm going to start getting things ready for next season in the garden. I'm going to be completely redoing all of my flower beds and everything like that. And y'all know, I don't know if you've bought dirt in a while, but good dirt costs quite a bit of money. And I'm probably going to need about, I would say, between 2 and 3 truckloads full of dirt. Plus, I'm buying all new. Like this past year when we first moved in this house, I wanted to put a garden in so bad that I kind of just used materials for the raised beds of what we had, which was old pallets that we had from moving. And we're going to rip all that out and we're going to make our raised beds correctly in the spring when that gets going. Plus, we have some front gardens, flower gardens in the front that we really want to get brick and stuff. We got a flagpole we need to address surrounding a flagpole and all that. So I'm going to start setting, point is, I'm setting money aside for the next year's garden. Okay, so moving along, we have clothing. We are doing 20. Oh, by the way, this is more of a binder that I don't carry with me, but it's stuff that expenses might come up during the week, and so I usually pull from this one. This is actually my sinking fund right there. So, you know, as we move forward, that garden envelope really should be in here. But in my budget book, I don't have another line for it in my, like, variable expenses. So I just put it in there because I had a line in that spot. Anyway, long story short, we're adding $20 to clothing. So we'll grab a 20. And I need to get my boys some pants, so I'll probably end up doing that sometime this weekend. 120, 30, 40, 50, 60. So that now gives us 160. And again, I'll go back through off camera and update my trackers. I feel like it takes so long. Vacation also gets 20. So we'll just put 20 in there. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60 in there as well. We don't have any plans for vacation until probably July. I think we're gonna go to Florida this year. I mean, we'll go to the cabin. We always go to the cabin every year. It was my dad's favorite place, and it's just a tradition for us to go to the cabin. But we will probably go just for a weekend to the cabin, and then we'll probably go to like Florida in June or July. This Christmas envelope is just for blessing other people. We have a Christmas club fund that we have through my husband's work, and it's automatically taken out of his paycheck, which we should be getting that in the next couple of weeks. So we'll probably start doing our family Christmas shopping like Black Friday weekend. So this Christmas fund has 20, 40, 50, 60. It did have a lot bigger amounts of money, but I did buy a couple TVs. We usually sponsor a couple families. And this year we pulled, well, they gave us 2 families that just happened to need like, you know, some TVs and such. So I seen a sale, so I went ahead and picked those up. They were more than what I had in the envelope, but I will pay myself back with that money whenever I get the Christmas club money, which is in a couple weeks. Car maintenance. My husband ran over something from the tornado because he was over at the building that got destroyed and he needed a new tire. So we completely depleted this one, so we are going to start it over with $20. Sports, this is the envelope that is in my sinking funds, and the reason why this one is here is because my kids play sports. Every season they need a new pair of cleats. I have 2 boys that are still in sports. I have 3 boys, but one has graduated from high school, if you guys have been following along. And the other 2 are still little yet, so it'll be, you know, a long time. My youngest one is 8 and the middle one is almost 13. But anyway, I always like to be prepared for baseball bags, new bats, new shoes, cleats for baseball, track, football. For 2 kids is a lot. So I just like to start building this up, and so I have the money whenever I need to buy them something for whatever sport they're playing. 10, 20, 30, 40 in there now. Like I said, we don't have another sport until track. Jack runs track you know, he's in the 7th grade, so he runs track, so he'll just need probably cleats. Track is pretty easy. It's not like, you know, baseball or whatever where you have to get their bats weighted and stuff like that for their swing, you know, and helmets and blah, 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 blah. So it's probably the cheapest sport that we have. So by the time it comes around, we'll have plenty of money in there for cleats, and then we'll keep putting money in there for the next sport. Medical will get, what is medical getting? Medical is getting 20. I really need to go and get my eyes, an eye exam. I feel like the last little bit, my eyes have kind of been getting worse. So I need to go and get that checked out. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. So I'll probably have to do that. You guys probably are like, you work for a doctor. I do work for a doctor, but I work for a family health physician, not an eye doctor. So I'll also have to go and get my eyes checked out. And contacts and glasses just tend to cost a lot. So hopefully I'll get that done by the end of the year. I mean, it's not like it's a big hurry or anything. I'm not going blind or nothing. I can just tell a difference. Back to school, we'll get 10. And this envelope is just for, you know, next year's back to school. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70 in there. So I only put $10 in the envelopes that really aren't like a priority for me. Gifts, we don't have anything coming up. My birthday was a couple weeks ago. And so I don't have any more birthdays until February, which is Jack's birthday, and then my husband's birthday is in March. And then my 2 other children, their birthday is in August, both of them. I have my mom's birthday in March too, so I'll just slowly be putting this in here. So I'm just putting $10 in gifts, so that's going to make that 20. Pets medical, we had $200 in here, and it cost me $204 and some change to get my 2 dogs their vaccination, plus all the dogs, all the cats, their flea and tick and heartworm medicine. So we are restarting this envelope. The shots are out of the way. Jim will have to have blood work done. He's my husky who has seizures. He'll have to have blood work done like in January. So we have plenty of time to build this up. It usually costs me like $88 a month to get their medicine for all of them. So we'll just, you know, keep on keeping on. Car tags and taxes, we don't need to do anything to here until the beginning of the year. Everything of ours is paid up. And the pool, what's the pool? The pool's gonna get $10 as well. And again, this is just a fund for next season, not this season, obviously. It's already cold here in Missouri. It was like 32, it was 28 degrees this morning when I left the house. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. Is that right? I put 10 in, right? I think I did. Do let me know in the comments if I didn't make, well, we'll find out if I made any math errors. Big ticket items is going to get 20. And this is just a fund that I'm starting, you know, like we need new things around here. Like we have a family room. I'd like to get some futons, entertainment center. I'd like to get some storage things in there and whatnot. So as I get money built up and I see something come on sale, then I'll go ahead and purchase it. 20, 40, 60, 80. So I don't know what I need a corner entertainment center in my living room. I got my eye on one of those. Okay, so there's that. I feel like I'm missing a bunch of stuff. I did, during the tornado, I did have money in these envelopes here, but I did go ahead and gift those. So I do take 30%, just so you guys know, this is not my only savings. We do take 30% out of our paychecks every week, and it automatically goes to savings. We're also a month ahead in all of our bills, so the money that we put into our bill checking account this month is actually going for next month's bills, if that makes sense. And if you're interested on figuring out a way to do that, I would just calculate all your bills, divide it by how many paychecks that you have in the month, and then just start a sinking fund to get a month ahead in your bills. Like you kind of know how much money goes out and you know how much money comes in. So just calculate that and start saving a little bit at a time until you get enough money to be a month ahead, and then you're a month ahead. It's that easy. I mean, it's not easy, but in the long run, it's really easy to manage your finances if you're a month ahead, for me personally. So anyway, we're gonna put $20 back in both of these. This is this is home savings, and this is regular savings. I don't know why I have the envelopes for the two. I don't even know why I save money in here, because we do already set aside 30%. I already have an emergency fund. I already have a fund set up that is enough money in it that it would last us 6 months if one of us lost our job. This just helps me continue to always be saving money, which is what I like to do. So Debt Snowball is going to get 50 because, like I said, I put some money on the credit card through this tragedy that we've had here in our town. And I did leave an extra couple $100 in my checking account so that when that bill comes out, I can go ahead and pay a big chunk of it, and then I will build this up. And if I get that paid, then this would just go towards an extra car payment or a house payment. Home projects is going to get 90. Let's see. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. Oh, I've made a mistake somewhere. Where did I do it, friends? I don't know, but I'm going to put this 80 in here and I'll go back 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. I think there should be 90, but I will go back and look and see if I've made an error, and then I'll correct that off camera. Chances are I'll spend this anyway. Like we're just always in the process of, you know, saving money or spending money on our home. There's always some little something that I want to do every weekend. So that money's probably already gone as I'm speaking. By the time you see this, it'll probably already be gone. Okay, so I have, what does this say? I have $505 in the safe. No, I have $450, no, $410 in the bank. Let me get my calculator out here so I can calculate these. And with the 410, according to my tracker, 410 plus, we're just gonna have to add this up. I think I messed my tracker up. It doesn't make sense mathematically to me. So I have 410 in the safe at the house. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 130. I think this is the stash that came out of my wallet. Okay. Or maybe not. Maybe it's the stash that came out of this envelope. Either way, it's all going back in the envelope. So that's 540, which is what my tracker says. Actually, my tracker says 640. Anyway, so that's 130, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So another 135. So that is not right. That can't be right. Let's try this again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. That is 265. Oh. Okay. Okay, so 265 plus, maybe I did have 450 in there. Yep, that makes more sense. $725 total. So I thought my tracker said 410, but it actually says 450. That makes more sense. So total in $5 bills, since September, I have saved $725. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this money yet. I might buy a cow, might buy a pig, might just go to Sam's and stock up. I got to figure out what the deal is with that $10 bill. And this $1 bill, I'm just gonna throw it in home projects just because that's how I roll. Also, let me know, I'm trying to get prepped for, this is getting too thick, I'll probably have to clean that out next week. I'm trying to get prepped for the first of the year. I want to do some savings challenges, so let me know what you guys are doing savings challenges wise. I think I want to do 100 envelopes, and I think I want to continue my $5 challenge, and I think I want to do one more, but I'm not 100% sure what I would like to do. I'm still pondering on the ideal of it. But anyway, guys, if you are new here, welcome to my channel. If you guys have been watching me for a while, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning into another video. I know it's a long one, but I kind of had to explain what was going on in the world around here so that you understood what was happening in here. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, guys, give yourself a little bit of grace, even if you mess up all of your envelopes or you take all the money out of your envelopes to help somebody else. And stay humble, stay kind, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.